Sir, from the images that you have been able to see and information that you may have been able to gather, is there an initial assessment that can be made on this takeoff and crash within seconds or minutes of takeoff?
Yes, definitely. I had a chance to look at the initial assessment. In fact, the footage of the aircraft just before crashing, and I can say that this crash might have happened due to issues in the propulsion system. So what happens is that when the aircraft takes off, at that time it requires the maximum power.
Yeah.
And at that time, if there is an issue in either of the engines or on the fuel system not providing enough fuel to the engines, because this is a controlled flight. I have seen the aircraft just gliding down towards the crash site. That means there was no problem with the control systems. The aircraft was not turned left and right, so there's no problem with the control system, the ailerons, the flaps and slats. The aircraft was trying to gain height, trying to get power, but it glided down. That means the problem was in the propulsion system. Either there was a failure of the engine, or there was the failure in the fuel system providing fuel to the engines. This is my initial assessment.
Okay. But I'm sure there are mitigating factors in Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Air Marshal Kapoor, especially in a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, if there was loss of engine power and two engines, could there have been simultaneous loss of power to both engines? Is that possible, sir?
The probability is much lesser. We have had an incident, and you must have watched a movie called Sunny. Yes. Wherein the bird ingestion has taken away both the engines, and he had to glide and put down the aircraft on
Hudson, if I remember correctly. Yes, sir.
Yes. So incidents of bird ingestion could also be a factor here, because Ahmedabad city has a lot of birds. I've flown there a number of times. So the problem is environmental issues. We have a large amount of structures and buildings which have come around our airfields. The cities have grown. And as per regulations, we are supposed to have a funnel both for the takeoff and approach path, which should be clear of all obstructions. What has happened is the rampant growth, the flouting of norms towards the height of the buildings, the towers, the telecommunication towers, and the dishes and all which have come up over the buildings, add to the further things which a pilot is always wary of when he comes in for landing or takeoff in a very congested environment. By the guess of it is that the engine has mushed into the aircraft has mushed into the ground. Now it has gently gone into the ground, indicating that there is absolutely no thrust available for whatsoever reason that will come out in the inquiry to have adequate power to lift it off. Now, like I was covering before this, the undercarriages are down, the slat flaps are down. It is at max autopilot, maximum drag, afternoon time, max thrust, max lift, because the attitude indicates that it's at the lowest speed. So he can't lower the nose to gain speed because there is no adequate height for the aeroplane. So the height is always traded off with speed in any aeroplane. You convert height into speed and vice versa.
Yes.
So in this case, there is absolutely no height for it to be converted, because it is the speed which saves, in a situation like this.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe. If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.